I can't think of a joke to start off the video besides saying Kaapo Kakko, I'm on Kakko. Let's just start the video. What is going on, guys? Norton97 here, back again with another video. Today, we're continuing something that we did about a month ago. Or around a month ago, I'll put it up on screen right now. We reviewed Jack Hughes' rookie season. And we were like, okay, so let's analyze it. Let's see what went wrong, what happened that was bad. And, yeah, let's just say it was pretty bad. That got a lot of views. That got nearly 130-40 views, which on the channel, pretty mind-boggling. So, I thought I'd go and move on to Kaapo Kakko, because a lot of people demanded Kakko in the comments. And, we really haven't done a New York Rangers video in a while, so, let's get into it. But, of course, if you haven't already, please go make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post hockey content on here. I try to do everything I can, trying to get by, trying to keep making as much hockey content as possible for you guys, giving you guys that content from all 32 NHL teams. Yeah, I'm going to start making Kraken content now. And, it's going to be pretty enjoying to make, and we're just going to have some fun with this. And, maybe I can make money someday. That's kind of a kid's dream. I mean, that's kind of every kid's dream, in all honesty. It never really happens to most kids, but, one sub could really help me out, and I thank you guys for that. Also, if you haven't already, please go make sure to check the links in the description below. That includes my other social medias, including Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, yes I do TikTok, and Discord. So, you got all those 4 social medias down there. I'm sure we're going to add more as the world moves on. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into these sticks and pucks of this video and review Kaapo Kakko's rookie season. Now, I didn't change anything up when it comes to the document or the format of this video. I have it the same way as the Jack Hughes one was, so don't worry, Devils fans, you're not really missing out on much. But Rangers fans, luckily for you, it's edited. So anyways, let's get into what he did before he came to the Rangers into the 2019-20 season. So in 2019, he played for TPS Liga, which is the league in Finland, which is where he's from. He played 45 games, had 22 goals, 16 assists for 38 points. That's a very tough league to play in. A lot of players that played in that league in the past and are in the NHL right now can definitely tell you that. So I would definitely say that that's a pretty good accomplishment. And Rangers fans, the competitiveness between Jack Hughes and Kaapo Kakko was actually really, really interesting. So it was a race, and I knew Jack Hughes was gonna win it, but Kaapo Kakko, sorry, was seriously actually going to make you think that maybe Kakko can actually go first. And that's the one thing I was wondering, because in some websites he was ranked number 1, in some websites he was ranked number 2, and in very few websites he was ranked number 3, which is the amazing thing. He was ranked all top 3 positions. And now here's a quote that I collected from the EP Rank site in 2019. It says, "He's near impossible to push off the puck. That comes in handy when one spends as much time in tight opponents in tight to the opponent's net as Kakko." I can't pronounce things apparently. So that's amazing. And that he's such a hard guy to push off the puck. He really runs through players. One thing that I remember from this season was when he played the Pittsburgh Penguins. I remember he scored that insane breakaway goal. That was probably the highlight of his season, in all honesty. So then that led up to the point where the Rangers got the 2nd overall pick, and people didn't necessarily flip because the Rangers were not good that season. They were dealing problems with Lundqvist, which, don't ask how that worked out. And, they were just getting into Georgiev, and Georgiev was kind of a middle-of-the-road goaltender in 2018-19. He had games where he was really good and games where he was eh. So, it was really complicated when it came to the goaltending in New York. And the offense was somewhat there, but the problem is they traded away Matt Zuccarello in that season as well. So that was kind of the worrying thing as well. So, what are you going to put up your offense with? You sold Zibanejad and all that stuff, but who else is there? So they get the 2nd overall pick, and they have anybody to choose from. So you go to the draft. Jack Hughes gets selected 1st overall. Really no surprise, in all honesty. I think everyone expected that, or most people did. And then Kaapo Kakko, probably one of the best names in all of hockey, was selected by the New York Rangers. Of all teams, what's a ranger anyways? Like a park ranger? Like a police officer ranger? I don't even know. He was selected by the Rangers, and he can become a big piece to this rebuild. Now, he didn't show that at first. Now, we're about to get into his regular season stats here in a second. But let me just say, the amount of hype coming in for Jack Hughes and Kaapo Kakko was insane. I think that it was probably one of the most hype. Like, I don't even think Darlene was as hype as Hughes and Kakko were heading into the 2019-20 season. And it really sucks that it got shortened because I would have loved to see these guys play more. As of course, as I already said before, I do have these selected in different months. So October is a lone month. November, December are 2 months combined together, and then January, February, and March are all 3 months combined together. So up to the end of the season. And to be honest, these guys are going to have a rookie year that they will never forget. They won't forget this rookie year, especially players like Kaapo Kakko and Kirby Doc, players that made the playoffs. And I would say for players like Lafreniere, Byfield, Stutzle, they're gonna have a rookie season that they will never forget. We don't even know if they're gonna have their rookie season this season. We don't even know if we're gonna have a season, in all honesty. But at the time of recording this, we don't know that. So, anyways, enough stalling. Let's get into October of 2019. So he plays 10 games, and he has 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. All right, that's not bad. It's 3 points in 10 games. I mean, he was playing in a Finland league that was pretty tough, but it is the NHL. You gotta admit, and players sometimes have slow starts. Maybe he can get into that, and you know what? He sort of did. November plus December of 2019, he played 25 games, had 4 goals, 7 assists for 11 points. That's not terrible. I mean, if you take out the games played, that's it's not good, and that's 14 points total. But that's still not bad. It's much better than what Jack Hughes did in his season, did in his November, December. So he played pretty well in that November and December there. And in the 3 months combined with January, February, and March, he played 31 games, had 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points. And combine it all together. We'll get into the final stats in a second here, but it's great. It's honestly great seeing Kaapo Kakko put up these amount of points. It sucks that he had a shortened season, but I think that, next season he can put up more numbers. Anyways, let's get into his final statistics for the season and discuss what I think he's going to do next season. Oh yes, and then I also forgot to mention that he did not get sent down to the minors at all like Jack Hughes did. He had no points in the 3 playoff games that he played against the Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, that was shocking to everyone, in all honesty. His final season statistics, I'm going to put them on screen right now using the new character thing because I barely use this anymore. 66 games played, 10 goals, 13 assists for 23 points. That isn't bad. You may look at that and say, oh, he got 38 points in Finland. He should get more in the NHL. I'm like, maybe, yes, but it's not terrible. It's not as bad as Jack Hughes' was. And rookies get off the slow start. To set it as an example, I profiled an example in Jack Hughes' prospect video, or Jack Hughes' review video, saying that, Joe Thornton had the same issue. And look what he turned into. No Stanley Cup. Anyways, so, looking at these final season statistics stats, I think he will do better. He just got to avoid the sophomore slump. And if he gets a sophomore slump, I'd be very worrisome, in all honesty, if I were Rangers fans. Because you don't want him to turn into Clayton Keller, who hasn't scored 20 goals in his entire career. He has, but you know what I mean. So anyways, I think he will do better next season if he can avoid that sophomore slump, because that's always a hard thing in hockey. But Rangers fans, especially Lafreniere, Panarin, all these guys coming into your team, I would be very excited with your prospect pool and everything going on. Because this Rangers team, although he said about the Devils last season, I think this team can go somewhere. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like and the subscribe button. We're 20 subs away from 600. It means a heck of a lot seeing you guys subscribe, getting all the content out there. Also, check the links in the description below for all the social medias, as I mentioned earlier. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.